Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our time together here on Everyday Prosperity. I'm Lori Lamantia, and I'm here with the lovely Trisha Fisk. How you doing?
Hi, everybody.
Thanks for being here. So today we're going to talk about service, and more specifically, reimagining and reconsidering service and the concept of service. And it came up because of a meditation I was doing yesterday, where the question was, "How may I serve?" And I I've given, over the years, and I know, Trisha, we've talked about this and we've given this a tremendous amount of thought. But yesterday I was like, ooh, I don't like that question. And and the more that I sat with it, the more I realized that part of my old definition of service is very sacrificial, is very uh, I don't matter in it. If I'm a good person, I will serve. It's got all the baggage, kind of like what we were talking about last week with leadership. There's a lot of baggage for me. And that's kind of why I was like, let's talk about this because I'm guessing there's probably quote unquote old ideas. That's what I'm calling baggage, old ideas, old approaches, old thoughts about
Right.
service. And I'm almost like, but what if we looked at service in a different way? And so I started asking people what is their definition, and I got a lot of different, well, not a lot, a few different thoughts, and they were around the idea of being in your heart and listening to the inspiration of your soul. And they had a lot less to do with martyrdom or caretaking or sacrifice or, fixing.
Working for free,
Right, right,
volunteering,
yeah,
right?
right. Volunteering, being selfless, being, the whole none or none thing. I mean, so much unquestioned assumption around what a good person is. There's someone who serves. And so I think my soul was saying, wait a second, we're not going to just give into the old concept of service. We need to flush away the old stuff so that this new understanding for us, because I love being in my heart and I love sharing and I love the words that kept coming during my meditation was dream weaver, dream weaver. And I have no, and I love supporting people's dreams. I love seeing them, cheering them on. And so that's the closest I could get from that meditation. But it really got me thinking, what is service and what what we probably need as a collective, and let's say us who are listening to this and talking about it, to give ourselves permission to really um, rethink and redefine and reimagine what service is. So, Trish, I'm going to throw it over to you and let you ruminate.
All right. Well, I'm working with a group of women right now who are talking about creating, using yoga as a way to help both educators, therapists, and people in therapy. So people from those two areas of specialty. And I think of we were defining for ourselves, like, what's important to you, what are your priorities, if you're for the work that you're doing and working with other people, how do you want to, what are your priorities for that? And one of the main things that came up for all of us was believing in ourselves, a higher power, and the goodness of life, which speaks to what you were saying about sharing what's in my heart, sharing what I love and believe in, and what I believe has helped me cope with the challenges of life, and um, sharing that with other people, and
So you
offering
would
it
say
to
that's your quote unquote service, is sharing this wisdom that you've gained and you've
yes,
cultivated too. You've
yes,
cultivated. Okay.
yes. That's what I would say service is. That's how I see it now at this point in my life. And yeah, I see it as a powerful tool to help people navigate these insane times that we're in.
Hmm. No, I appreciate that. I kept thinking,
It's like steering a ship. Sorry, that just
go
popped
ahead.
into my head. Steering a ship.
Yeah, but the ship is you. The ship isn't humanity.
No, no.
Or making, fixing something that's broken. Or to me, and I know these are all old ideas, but I kept feeling like the best service we could do, or I could do, is to be in my heart, to express love, and to enjoy whatever it is I'm doing and radiate. I almost felt like I want to get rid of the word service and change it to radiate, you know?
Right. Well, you always
Yeah,
have really
I love
beautiful,
radiate.
expressive words for things, right?
You
Which
know,
is wonderful. Yeah. Because right. Let's get out of this thing of services being what? I'm going to go volunteer my time to help these poor people. Instead it's like, I'm going to go spend some time with people and recognize their beauty and they're going to recognize mine. And
right.
right.
Yeah, and
We're
it's
going
going to
to
be
radiate.
magical, right?
Right.
Yeah. And it
Right.
feels way more fun. It feels way more loving, and it feels uplifting. And to me, and that's another thing about the word service. It feels heavy. There's no uplifting for me. It's like,
It's like
get
you're
your ass.
rescue. Yeah, it's like you're rescuing, right? And we're not
Yeah.
rescuing,
No,
right?
so that was one of the things I kept thinking, and that's what I'm going to encourage whoever's listening is to really spend some time with that word, what's your real definition? And then be honest about it, and it might
Right.
probably mean some journaling because, my definition of service and then my honest definition, those are different. If I were to honestly, it's me sacrificing for God, so I'm a good girl. Oh,
Right, right, right.
and after we talked last week, I was like, oh my gosh, that's kind of the underneath everything. And I bet if you ask, and not to put thoughts in their minds, but the ladies you were talking with, almost every one of them would, if they were honest, the unquestioned assumption is, I want to be good enough for God. I want to be good enough to prove that I'm good enough, to live, to exist, to participate. I don't know. There's some weird underlying thing, and please forgive me if I'm putting too much out there about that, but there's something, and because I think we all feel like we should be of service. And one of the women on the meditation yesterday was like, my soul, the energy I felt was, it's like you are afraid to be who you are. You're afraid. So you serve everyone else because you don't want to take care of yourself. You don't want to serve yourself. You don't
Or
know
you want
how
to
to.
make up for that mortal sin that you've got to
Right,
make up
right,
for, right?
right. Oh, right. Original dirtbagness.
Right, right.
Yeah. And I don't mean well, I do mean to be a little mocky because, sir, and I told if you have a contribution you want to make and you have an amazing, amazing talent, it should, the world needs it, but not
Well,
because you're supposed to, but because you want to.
well, and let me just say, everybody does have an amazing
Of
talent.
course, yes.
We all have, we all come to this world with gifts and strengths and
Right,
right. And we often misuse them. We
right.
often overdo. I heard someone say yesterday that she was the oldest in her family, and so she automatically always took on everything. Like that was
Hmm.
her job to take over and and she was tired of it. And it
Hmm.
wasn't that she didn't loved what she did, but she just felt like she felt ready to take it over for other people as part of her service. And
Right,
it was beating her down, which is horrible because it's her gift,
right.
but Right. It comes back
Boundaries,
to
right.
right,
Yeah,
right. Being able to say no sometimes, like,
right,
no, you do it, you learn it.
right,
And see, I have this thing too that when we take over for other people, what we're implying also is that they're not special and they don't have their own gifts. I mean, it's maybe it's not intentional, but that's what we do. We imply that, well, I have to take this over and do this because I'm better
right,
equipped or whatever. And in
right.
doing that, we dismiss the beauty, strength, and divineness in others.
Yes, totally. Well said. Yes. And I do think, and that's why we're talking about this with service, because,
Yes.
those are some of the unquestioned or unintended undercurrents that I think are worth taking a smidge of a look at or a lot of a look at. Because
Lo-
if we don't if we can free ourselves of the burden of I should do service and what do I want to contribute or what makes my heart sing or where is it uplifting to me to participate, those are those are very different questions and they don't require sacrifice, restriction, fixing, rescuing,
Right.
responsibility. I mean, use all the big words you want. And and I hate to say it, but no, I don't hate to say it. I think there is some self self-centeredness, as in centered in self, that real deep knowing and understanding of ourselves, the thing that makes our heart sing. And then, of course, how do I want to express that? You know,
And
and
share it.
and
Share
sharing.
it.
The sharing is the service. The sharing
Yes.
is the gift. The sharing is the grace that we're giving. And usually, if I think of the times I want to be in service and I'm sharing, I'm just thrilled with it. I'm thrilled to do
Right.
it, you know.
Right.
And this is where that whole thing of remuneration and then I'm sacrificing and no, and ask for if you're going to make a picture, or a thing, yeah, let somebody show you or find a way to reciprocate their appreciation because that's part of it too. And I don't want to get too far afield. I just wanted to talk really about doing this deep dive on what you really think service is and what you've if you've been holding yourself hostage to an old definition.
Right. And that has inspired me, of course, to find find something to read. Life Prayers, and this is from Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we're
Mm.
inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God, and your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. And it's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
There you go. Yes, that I think is the new definition of service,
Yep,
right? Let your
that's it.
own light shine, let your brilliance shine, and then see where it takes you, see where you're inspired to go. That feels
Yes.
so juicy, so uplifting, and truly, when we are in our joy, I think other people can't help but feel.
Our joy and be there too.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Right.
so cool. It's so cool.
Yes.
So anyway, I don't want to belabor this, but I really do hope that everybody takes a moment listening, takes a moment, pulls out their journal, and really. gets a little bit into the deep dive of what does it mean, that whole do I have to serve? How do I want to serve? What, I mean, it's it's huge, right? But it's worth the deep dive.
Yes.
So everyone, have a wonderful week and give yourself that gift and let your light shine because boy, we need it, right? Boy, we need
We
it.
really do. Yes.
It's
Yes.
gonna save our souls, right? It's okay. Namaste, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Swaha.